You think she's just gentle, just sweet, just soft, but you might be wrong. There is something she does so quiet, so invisible, you'd never guess it's happening. A moment where she seems to freeze in place, like a statue made of patience. People think it's fear, or hesitation, or a silly bit of dog drama. But it isn't. Behind those calm eyes runs an ancient code older than any command you taught her. Every time she stands at the door, blocking the path with a steady body, she is not just waiting, she is protecting. Some call it a guardian instinct. Some call it motherly. But if you look closer, you might see something even more powerful. Because a female dog doesn't guard for herself. She guards for you. And that might be the most beautiful secret you never realized she was keeping. We think she's being clingy, too careful, maybe even a bit dramatic. When she blocks the hallway or sits pressed against the baby's crib, or plants herself by the front door. Long after the world has gone quiet, we shake our heads and laugh. She's overreacting, we tell ourselves. She's just a soft-hearted girl. But there's more behind her stillness than a calm nature. Studies from Vienna show female dogs react with what they call a danger-blocking strategy, placing themselves between what they love and what they fear. Not out of panic, but out of protection. Like a mother shielding her pup, she is wired to pause, to scan, to choose her ground before moving. And sometimes that pause looks like stubbornness, or nerves, or plain weirdness. You see her watching the window, ears tilted, shoulders tight, and think she's just waiting for a squirrel. But her heart is scanning, measuring, questioning. Because her first duty is not to chase, but to keep the house safe, even from things you cannot see. And if that means standing guard in a silence so long it feels unnatural, she will do it without asking for thanks, without asking for trust. Because to her, it's simply what love demands. It isn't about treats. It isn't about praise. It isn't even about being a good girl. She has chosen you. Every pause she makes, every doorway she blocks, every long moment, her eyes stay on yours. These are quiet oaths, promising that if danger ever comes, she will stand between it and you. Her brain is built for this. Science says her amygdala, the part that reads emotion and fear, is sharper than a male dog's, but maybe her heart is softer. That is why, on the worst days, she senses your sadness faster than you do. Why she curls against your legs when your voice begins to break. Why she brings you a toy not to play, but to remind you, I'm here. This is not a fluke, not a funny habit. It is ancient. A mother's code carved into her bones, even if she has never had puppies of her own. And there's one thing she does small, so small, you might miss it until it's gone. She waits. She waits for you to heal, for you to stand back up, for you to open your heart again. And until you do, she will be there, patient, present, quietly holding the line between you and the darkness. There is a quiet strength in the way she waits, a kind of courage that does not bark, does not rush, does not crumble. She waits at thresholds we barely notice, the kitchen door, when you are tired, the nursery room, when the child cries, the hallway, when you return home later than you promised. Her stillness is not weakness, it is faith. Studies have found that female dogs hold higher oxytocin levels, the bonding hormone that ties them to one heart and makes them steady when the world turns unsteady. She is bonded to you, not just following you, but guarding you like a quiet oath. And there's something she does at night that you might never notice. Some nights, she may not even sleep deeply. She will hear a footstep outside or a cough in the next room and shift closer just to be sure. And if you ever saw her pause, head lowered, eyes searching before stepping toward you, know this: that pause is a moment of calculation and a moment of love. She is deciding where to stand so you will feel safe even if you never notice. And maybe that is the truest kind of protection, the one that stays invisible until the day you finally see how she held you without holding you all along. What does all this say about us? About the way we hurry past our dogs, barely noticing the quiet gift of their patience. We measure our worth with words, with approval, with trophies. But she measures nothing. She stays, no matter how many times you leave the house angry, sad, broken. She is there at the same door, ready to welcome you, ready to forgive. You might think you raised her, but maybe she has been raising you, showing you how to wait without resentment, how to love without conditions. Casey, a golden retriever, once stepped into a burning house to rescue children who were not even her own. That was not training. That was a mother's code written deeper than commands, stronger than fear. Maybe your dog would do the same. Maybe she already does in smaller ways every single day. She shields you from loneliness, from worry, from that sharp edge of the world you carry back home each night. If you've ever seen her stand by you in a moment you didn't deserve it, you know what I mean. If this reminded you of your dog, share a moment below, so someone else might see that there is a guardian living quietly in the softness of every heartbeat. She does not need you to say thank you, or to praise her, or to notice her every time she breathes next to you. She just stays, by your side, by the crib, by the door, that same door where you left her once, wondering if you would come back. She stays because her love is bigger than her fear, because her heart was born to guard yours. And even on the days you forget, even on the nights you rush past her, she will wait. Wait for you to soften. Wait for you to rest. Wait for you to believe again that someone can love you without needing anything in return. If you listen carefully between each quiet breath, you might hear her promise without words. I am here, and I always will be. So next time you see her pausing, watching, guarding the door, remember she is not just a pet. She is a silent guardian with a heart wide enough to hold all the pieces of you, even the ones you hide. If you have felt that kind of love, tell us below so others might remember what loyalty, what patience, what devotion really look like. Because sometimes the greatest protector you will ever have walks on four paws and waits by the door.